Hey guys, I want to talk to you real quick about how to play hard chords when you're playing rhythm. I know a lot of guitar players ask me, do I have to play all those chords when they're playing like with an orchestra, or if it's just a harder arrangement, and definitely with ballads. And the answer is yes and no. Here's some of the rules to live by. Yes, you have to play all those chords. Sometimes you don't have to play the extension of the chord. So if it says 7 or 6, you can play those. And you also don't have to play the bottom bass line. So if it said like F over a G or something like that, you can play the F and stay off your bottom bass note. So make sure you do that if you don't, rather than playing the F and adding the G note down there, or whatever your split chord is. Lay off the bottom. And then the other thing to remember is sometimes, when you're in a big mix, playing 3 notes of the chord is all you have to have. So you can come up with some easy variations of that. You're certainly welcome to play every bass line and every chord imaginable. But yes, you also, like if it's changing every quarter note, and it's not just changing, as we see here, from like an A to an A7, you do have to, if it changes from an A to a D to a G to a diminished to this, you have to hit every one of those, because everyone else is doing it. Especially when you're playing with the orchestra, they wrote it around those chords. So it is a little bit more of a challenge to play, but I thought I would go over this. I'm playing with an orchestra tomorrow, and they're doing the old hymn, Holy, 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 and it's arrangement. And so, the chords for a song doesn't always just have to be the chords for a song. So someone arranged this and then built vocals and orchestration around it. So let's talk about what we can play in this. So it's in the key of D. So it goes, Holy, Holy, Holy Lord. Okay, so there's a lot that already happened there. I was almost changing every chord note. At the beginning, I played 1, 2, change 3, 4. We went D, B minor, and you can strum this if you want to. 1, so just do downstrokes for right now and stay on the bottom 4, strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes A, A7, D, D major 7. So the only thing you can leave out there to me is the A7. You could just go A for 2 beats. You don't have to play that extension, that 7, because there's something else that's going to be playing that. But if you grab it, it's fine. I just did D. Now that D major 7, in theory, I guess maybe you wouldn't have to play that, and you could play just a normal D. I don't know. I don't recommend it. It's up top and it's playing with the one of the chord, the name of the chord, the D. So I'm gonna play a D major 7. So basically I've taken this D and I brought that down. I got the low D right here and I got the major 7 right here. So we got Holy, Holy, Holy. Now we got this little bar right here where it goes G, and then we got a G 2 with a sharp 4 in it. So we're going God, then back to G, E minor with the G down there. So we only got to play the bottom. You can just play it open because that's E minor, or you can, but don't hit these bottom strings unless you're gonna hit this G note down there, which it sounds better not to. Really. So anyway, let's talk about that bar of music where it goes Lord, God, all. So we're going, you got a G, you can hit that one. Full and proud, we know a G chord. And then here's a G with the 2 and a sharp 4 in it. So you got to add the sharp 4 of the G major scale. So we're on a G chord, but they've added a sharp 4. So your 4 is your C, G, B, G, A, B, C, sharp that 4, C sharp. So here's a C sharp, D flat, you know what I mean. A 2 is an A. So here's an A right here, and then I'm playing that D, open D as part of the G chord. So you can hold this down like this, the G note, and so I'm gonna play, there's a, make sure at least 3 notes are in that chord. So we got G, and then G with the 2 with the sharp 4, back to G, and then E minor with the G down there. So we're going to stay off the bottom since we're moving so fast. So you got G, G, 2 sharp 4, G, and then E minor. So I'm gonna go, then we're back to on Mighty of Almighty. Mighty, back to a D. I'm adding the A on the top there, making it like a power chord thing, but you can do it here. So far we got holy, 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 Lord God Almighty. All right, and I'm just downstroking, just filling. It kind of sounds choppy, but you'll get better feel. Like I don't even have the feel that I'm quite gonna have by the time I do this tomorrow, but that would work just fine if you're on time and did downstrokes. Early in the morning, so we've got a, and I'm paying attention to the value of the notes. So I see there's, you know, a half step worth of A with the C sharp. So you play that, but you could just stay on the bottom, which I will, and not play that. If you want to grab it, you can, that C sharp on the bottom. So you can just stay on the bottom 4 strings and play an A. Early in, back to D, in the, back to A with the C sharp, and just stay up these bottom ones and play an A. Early in the, now we got B morning, so we got B minor, E7 with the B down there. So if you just left this off, you'd actually be playing that B, but you could just, or you could just play an E and not add the 7, you know, because that's just, you're playing 3 notes of the chord. A 7 or a 6 or something is adding to the chord, so we don't have to add it if we don't want to, but if we can grab it, that would be fine. So we go morning to A with the C sharp, just stay on the bottom and play the, and by the bottom, these high notes down here, I'm gonna say, not bottom, like bass notes, and then the chord under it is the bass note. So we're not, so A over C sharp, don't play the C sharp, stay off the 2 low notes. All right, I kind of saying bottom, that sounds low, but it's not. So the morning our song, so this measure is song shall, 2 measures of A with the E down here. So, ooh, that's popping. So you got that, because that is an open E, or you could still say on the bottom ones, song shall rise, E7. And then here's an 8th note, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you gotta go back to the A. So that's real important. You can kind of see the value of the note under there. And if you don't know how to read those, it'd be a good idea for you to at least know what a quarter note, an 8th note, 16th note, half note, and learn the value of those so you can see the chord, not just above the word, because if you don't know the tune, it's harder to do. If you do know the tune, you can kind of sing it in your head. So our song shall rise to thee, A, to A7, but you don't have to play the A7 if you don't want to. All right, and then again, this is going to be real similar to the top. Holy, 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 merciful and mighty. So that's the same as that top line. All right, they did those chords again, same tune. So now we got B minor, G with the B, D with an F sharp down there, but just play D, and you can play D7 or just stay on the D. So God in 3 persons. So G, D, D7 if you want to, don't have to. G, blessed. You don't have to play the 6, but if you want to, just drop blessed, drop the, put an open E, that's the 6th note in the chord up here top. So blessed, now A7, Trinity. Once again, you see that there's an 8th note down there right before, so it's real tempting to go blessed Trinity on the one of the next measure, but it's not. It's blessed Trinity. All right, so that's when that changes. Does all of that make a difference? Yes. If you're not tight, if you're not on time, if you're not, and it's loose, and all these, imagine all these things playing and half are doing it, half are not. Can I play a simpler version of this song? Yes, absolutely. But that's not the arrangement of this song. And I know all the other players that are reading music and stuff are going to be doing things around these voicings of these chords. And we need to learn to play them. Learn to make voicings. Realize you only need 3 notes of the chord. And if it sounds good, it is good, you know. So follow the chords. You don't have to play the up, you know, the flat 7s and stuff if you don't want to, you know. So let me see if I can get through this. This is my first time really going through this. So, holy, 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 Lord God Almighty, early in the morning, go again. Holy, 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 merciful and mighty, God in 3 persons, blessed Trinity. Okay? So there is an example of some hard, you know, I shouldn't say hard chords, I should say changing a lot. And maybe if you're just used to holy, 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 just 3 chords, you know, this is going to seem pretty hard, but it is worth it, and you do need to play those chords or parts of them for sure, and do the changes with it. If that is the arrangement, stick to the arrangement. Everybody else will be playing it. And even if it sounds good to you, it's not. So that's the right way to do that. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. I might go over some actual like big choral arrangements. Those get really hard, and it's got a lot of hits, and we'll talk some more about that. But just thought I'd do a quick little guitar tutorial on this beautiful day here. And as I was practicing for church, practice for church. Be the player that knows your parts and show up and know your parts. I can't tell you how much your music minister will enjoy you to do that. So, okay, this has been Hart.